All right. I think this Let's Play is cursed because I was going to film like 2 or 3 episodes the other day. And after I filmed one, I decided to take a walk, take a break. And I locked myself out of the apartment that I am sitting at, which is hilarious. And like, such an uncomfortable experience. But you know what? I'm just gonna give it another go. And I'll let you know if any other weird things happen today. Because I'm trying again. Anyway, back to the Good Dad Saga. I asked you who you wanted me to go on a date with. And the responses I received were that you'd like me to date Craig and Damien. So I'm going to do both of them. And I might even go on some first dates with some of these other dads. Probably not Brian unless you want it for the laughs. But I really have no interest in pursuing that relationship. So I'm gonna start off. We're gonna go on our first date with Damien today. Here's his dad book profile. His fake name, Damien Bloodmarch. I'm not gonna read this. I'm sure it's online somewhere if you are super interested in knowing about him. And let's just message him and see what happens. Okay. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's dad book page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a minute before I see that Damien's typing. Then he keeps typing and typing. Oh man, is this guy writing a novel? Ugh, I leave the computer to make some coffee. Great idea. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Lyle. I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter, for as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in as gentlemanly a manner as I would have liked. Oh, well, there's more. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours, humbled, D. Bloodmarch. I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. Hey, Amanda?
Huh.
Amanda pops out of her room. Her eyes... Oh no, Amanda, are you high again? Her eyes are a little puffy, almost as if she'd been crying. Hey, are you alright?
Fine.
Yeah, totally. I'm cool. I just found out that the succulent I've been watering and singing to for the last 3 months was actually made out of plastic. Even the dirt was fake. You're an idiot. Oh, honey. Are you sure that's all you're upset about? You have to tell me what's actually wrong. I'm so sorry about your plant. Are you sure that's all you're upset about? If there's, anything going on, I just want you to know that I'm here for you. I'll always be here for you. Whether you need a shoulder to cry on or a strong dad to go kick someone's butt, I'm only a phone call away, baby girl. Thanks, Dad. I appreciate that. But I'm fine, really. I'm unconvinced, but I'll stop badgering her about it. I'm sure she'll tell me when she's ready, because we got a good daddy-daughter relationship. Hey, can you help me with something? Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. It's disgusting. Oh, no, not that. Can you, interpret this for me? I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand NetSpeak. Is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying lol and LMAO or whatever and decided that what they needed to do was bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Or our dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like the first 5 pages. Then I read a review of the movie. Still, I got a B, though. Great, so what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards. Lyle. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor? Estate? The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pulled a large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker back, and a hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. Oh God. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Lyle, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Oh, okay. Okay. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, other sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason.
Oh!
This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I've been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. We walk past a door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. Oh, did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenage years are. Onward, there's more to see. We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is the library. Sunlight streams in from floor-to-ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room. Look out the window. Look at the butterflies. Pick up a book. That's enough. Look at the butterflies. I walk up to the glass display of pin bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. The pinner's gambit. Is that a thing? No. Pick up a book. You know, Lyle, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read out loud. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants. Oh, what is this? Okay, yes, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back onto the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection. Okay, let's look out the window. I walk to the window and am greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups. With his daughter's on his back. Dang, yo. He sees me and he waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Wow. Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows? Wow, that's like a part-time job. Wait, really? No. But Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Please, will you join me for a spot of tea? I follow Damien to his sitting room, where finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. Wow, I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself while secretly rolling his eyes, I'm sure. What? It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or the class of the people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers to both the later time of day that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables on which they're served. Oh. My dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. Well, that's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. Wow, your home is really impressive. Are there a lot of Goths in Maple Bay? I like your cape. I want to say all these things in rapid succession. Your home is really, really impressive. You like that? Seems like you've really put a lot of work into this place. Thank you. No one ever compliments me. Oh, no one's ever complimented my home before. Heck, I can barely imagine salt and pepper shakers in my place, and look at what you've done. I'm kind of jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What got you so interested in, goth stuff? Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city? I'm sorry? Did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. You serious right now? Of course. But it's, the song? Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into sort of an obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and culture of those who came before us, I think. Hey, why not go all the way? Oh, I like not dying when I catch a cold. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there were many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and to try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrid. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws and love it all the same. Tell me, Lyle, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do. I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. But I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing and, quite honestly, rather attractive. Please do tell me about your hobbies. Oh gosh. Quick, sound sophisticated. I like watching soap-making videos on the internet. I love me some word jumbles. I learned how to juggle once. I love me some word jumbles. The, written word fascinates me. We spend so much time using words, and, I think people would appreciate them more if they had to unjumble them. It's poetic, really. Oh, so you're a writer. Well, in a sense, yes. I don't actually know what I am. I don't seem to have a job. I'm just a dad. I like watching cooking shows. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches. Come, I have one more thing to show you. Why, it's my exquisite garden. Damien takes me around the back of his home where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it and butterflies flit lazily through the air. My garden. It's beautiful. Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off of a vine. Lilium bulbiferum, the orange lily. What do you think this one means? My loins are ablaze. Thou art the Titus. 3 cheers for sweet revenge. Just keep the My Chemical Romance jokes coming. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Well, and that's precisely why floral arrangement is so challenging. Your favorite type of flower? I genuinely like sunflowers, honeysuckles, snapdragons. This dad probably likes snapdragons because they're cute, and you can do that thing where you squeeze them so it looks like they're talking. What a lovely choice. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. Please do. He would put together a bouquet for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. So weird. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Uh-oh. Suddenly a phone rings, and it ain't mine. Lyle, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone, even though it was in his pocket. Okay, go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. This makes me wish I had put a little more effort into that garden, Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes, and then immediately died. Oh hey, a gargoyle! Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle.
Fix that guard!
Yes! Oh, please don't let this be timed! Oh, that's his head. That's not going to be what I want first. Get away! Yes. Turn. There you go. Get the gargoyle's head on.
Goal!
Yes! Yeah, legendary! Wasn't that hard, you guys? Phew, that was a close one. Yeah, I just mangled his gargoyle and stacked it back together haphazardly. Okay, great. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. Oh, he looks upset. Lyle, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything all right? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but well, it's Lucien. What's wrong? He appears to have... Well, his teacher needs me to come to the school post-haste. Do you need help? Oh, no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucien's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go! Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo.
I don't know.
Hey, Damien. You're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Why aren't these two dating? That makes more sense than me dating him. Just saying. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the My Kids Are in Trouble rodeo. That's why they're not dating, because their kids are mortal enemies. And what is it this time? Oh, this one, Damien, my buddy, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Vaguely, though. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into darkness. Watch your step. I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. We find another teacher in a boiler room tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucien and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucien has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucien tried to kill me. The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa. Wait a second. Lucien, did you try to... Cask of Amontillado? Ernest? Amontillado? I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turned to Damien and whispered to him, What's Cask of Amontillado? It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down to his cellar with the promise of wine of a fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucien, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. Wasn't actually going to leave him there. What's the thought process here? That Ernest was just going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot, but then he realized that I had lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally. Sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad.
Sweet Manchego!
It took you 20 minutes, son. We just did an entire 2-week unit on the cast of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucien was leading you into an elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages and then read a review of the movie. Whoa. It's only 5 pages long, and there is no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucien to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me, so when you think about it, this is me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to, engage in the literature or whatever, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell? Don't do whatever that was again. You two are both suspended for a week, says a teacher that has no authority to suspend you. Ernest and Lucien high five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. You take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for your meditation, menstruation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Lucien, Damien, and I all pile into my car for some reason and begin the drive home. Even though I walk to Lucien's house. Okay, whatever. Damien's house, sorry. Lucien immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again, Dad.
Oh, no.
I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you and I can see that you're struggling. So if you do decide that you'd like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe you can spend the next week looking for a summer job. I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Also, you should get your own car since we were at your house and somehow in my car. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Lucien continues staring out of the window. Love you too, Dad. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucien hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I did not expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright. And all things considered, Lucien's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's your silver lining. There is that, yes. I really admire how you handled that. He's probably just going through a phase. Does this kind of thing happen a lot? I really admire how you handled that. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. It rarely does. You're a good dad. Ding, 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 ding. Whew. See you around soon. It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy.
Eh?
I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I sure hope it's that show about the ghosts and the truckers. I plop down next to her. Yo, what you watching?
Yeah.
Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition? Oh, I hate this show. The couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made out of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with bemused expressions, both of their heads touching the low ceiling. I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg. Why don't they just get a regular size house? I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go? It got strange real fast. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucian since he tried to. He lured Ernest down to the cellar with the promise of a fine vintage and then tried to brick him into the wall, right? How did you know that? Has everyone read the story except for me? Lucian live-streamed the entire thing. Wow, this entire day is beyond me. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy's a character, but he's really good company. And a surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too, Amanda Piana. Me too. What does that mean? Don't skip the corners. Date complete! A-dee-doo-doo-doo. I got high marks on grill, low marks on proud parent.
Wow, my stars, this... Never in a million moons have I had a date such as exquisite as this one.
Oh, I think I killed it with him, you guys. Look, I got high points on Fang, pretty good points on Basement, low points on Amontillado or Amontillado. Don't know how you say it. I'm really sorry. I know I'm an English teacher and I'm embarrassing myself right now for not knowing that. And mediocre skill on Victorian. Don't know what any of these things really mean. I did pretty good. I did really good, I think. I unlocked Interview with the Vampire. Take me back to Dad book. Oh, it's not going to. Okay, that's okay. We do this little scene and then I'll peace out. Okay, while I'm doing my afternoon word jumbles, I hear the mail truck pull through the cul-de-sac. I wonder if we got any coupons today. The nice mail person slides a couple letters in a large yellow envelope through the slot. Takes a couple of tries for them to get it in. Hey, my coupons! I take a closer look at the large yellow envelope. I lightly knock on Amanda's door. She probably has headphones on. She's a teenager. Amanda? She yells through the door. What? I have something for you? I'm kind of busy right now. Can you come back later? Okay, I just thought you'd want this big old envelope we got from HIA.
All right.
Immediately, Amanda pushes her door open. Horn Institute for the Arts! I mean, if you're busy, I can come back. Father, please! I hand her the envelope, which she tears open with her teeth. That's probably not good for your teeth. She doesn't seem to hear me as she spits out a piece of envelope. She doesn't seem to hear me and spits out a piece of envelope. Of course you don't care. I'm the one that will pay for your orthodontist bills. She pulls out a letter and unfolds it. And the suspense is killing me. This is her dream school. Amanda's face is unreadable. I can't believe this. Oh, honey, it's okay if you didn't. I got in! Oh, I got in! Okay, great. Wasn't expecting that. Amanda tosses the letter aside and gives me a big hug. Congrats, sweetie, that's amazing. I'm so proud of you. She pulls away and looks at the letter again. Oh my god, I really can't believe I got in. Well, of course you got in. You're a great student. You nailed that interview, and your photography is incredible.
Oh, no.
Wait, Dad. Oh, I know this one's really expensive, and it's so far away. I think for a moment. HIA was one of the more expensive schools that Amanda applied to, but I know she's had her heart set on it for the longest time. It'll be tough, but we're gonna make it work. I might have to find a job. Really, Dad? Of course. Amanda hugs me again. Thanks, Dad. Okay, sweetie, we're celebrating tonight. Dinner, your choice, wherever you want.
Yeah.
Wherever. Amanda and I walk along the bayside, tearing into our foil-wrapped burritos from a nearby food truck. Classy choice, Amanda Ann. You could have chosen anywhere in Maple Bay. Cost was not a determining factor. Please, Dad, you know I'm a simple gal. Just give me a Rito with a view. Can't say I'm mad. Amanda and I sit on a patch of grass. And we watch the ship sail lazily through the bay. I really like this background track. And the dorms are right near a bunch of cafes. And there are all these galleries nearby. And there's a discount if you bring your student ID. And Amanda, slow down. You're gonna choke on your Rito. I know, I'm just excited. Did I mention that students get their own studio space once they're seniors? And we get all the professional photo editing software for free. Oh, it's nice to see Amanda so enthusiastic about HIA. But I wish she wouldn't do it between bites of her burrito. I thought I taught her to chew with her mouth closed. I wonder who my roommate's gonna be. You take a survey online and they match you with someone with a similar major and interest. Oh, I bet we're gonna be best friends, Dad. Craig and I were. Good roommate can be a lifelong friend and sometimes a later-in-life lover, maybe. We'll see after my next date. But don't even get me started on bad roommates. Oh no, I'm just kidding. We didn't have a bad roommate. Our only other roommate was a puppy that Craig brought home one night. We spent a semester fabricating a story about our new foreign exchange student who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. Carl ruled.
Alright.
Ooh, they let you have animals in the dorms if you get a note saying you need one. I bet I could forge one. I think I'd get a rabbit, or maybe a snake, or maybe both. Would the snake eat a rabbit, though? Oh boy, I think I'll leave that all up to you. She's so excited. I don't want to disappoint her, but I need to be real for a second. I had that talk with Mr. Vega. He didn't tell you about the dumpster fire, did he? What? No? I don't want to put a damper on the good news, but I need you to knock it out of the park these last few months of school, okay? If you really want to go to Horns, we need that scholarship money. I know you can do it. Okay, I promise I'll try harder. Pat her on the back. Think you can handle a 14-hour drive to come home for the holidays? There's going to be some treacherous ice roads to cross. Don't even get me started on paranormal occurrences. Well, it'll be worth it if I get to see you, Dad. My eyes immediately well up with tears, my baby girl. Oh, Dad, don't cry. You're going to make me cry. Sorry, I'm just very, very proud of you. You're all grown up now, and you're such a good person, and I hope you know how important you are to me. Dad, stop. You're going to make me cry, too. It's too late, honey. It's happening. Dad, I can't get tears in my burrito. It's going to make it taste sad. I pull Amanda in for a hug, and I kiss her on the forehead. I love you, kiddo. Love you too, Pops. Dad tip 77,
Welcome.
don't smoke.
You
Good
got
dad tip. Cool. Well, that was my date with Damien. Tune in next time for my first date or whatever with Craig, and let me know if you want to see me date these other dads too. And if you want to see me date Robert and Joseph, you're gonna have to check out the Bad Dad Files. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Bye.